Joining us once again is the effervescent, lovely, amazing, glorious. I'm so happy to have you here, Deedee Pfeiffer. Hello, Deedee
Oh my
Pfeiffer.
God, thank you for having me again.
Oh my gosh, we met, I guess, about a year ago now, and it's so nice to see how you are flourishing and how happy you are. I love your hairdo today, super cute. So the
Thanks.
holidays are
And then
coming.
I'm sorry, what?
So the holidays are coming. Do you get a little break from taping right now? Like, what's happening in your world?
Yeah, I think so. I'm always the last to know anything and everything on the show and in my family. I do hear we have a Christmas break, which was really nice. I take breaks along the way, because that's how you gotta live life on life's terms. Um, but I'm going back and forth right now, girl. I'm living in LA, but we film in New Mexico, so I'm doing the back and forth thing. So I'm like a little jet setter these days.
So much fun. So what do you like? Do you bring snacks with you? Like when you have to travel and you're on the road, like what's in your to go pack? Like what's in that DD bag with you? What do you bring?
Well, they would confiscate it because I'm like all about coffee, coffee, and more coffee. And I, by the way, when it's like, well, look how hyper she is. I'm like, I wake up like this before I hit the coffee. Okay, so just don't even go there with the coffee and chocolate. I'm just like a chocolate fool. But I'm in recovery now. As you know, 4+ years. So we're all about the chocolate and the coffee. I quit smoking cigarettes, so I'm also into jalapeno kettle chips. So if I can slip those through the security, I'll do that.
You're so funny. So when you're preparing for a role, do you feel now that you've had this role for a while that you're kind of like vested in it? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you feel like confident and like you enjoy where you're taking the character?
What a great question. It's funny because this character, Denise, David, my brother in law, offered it to me saying, "You're perfect for this role," which was interesting because I'd been a year into my sobriety, and Denise is also sober. But it's more about, for me, like right now, if you haven't noticed, I'm recovering out loud. I love having the conversation so we can get the sting out of the word addiction, that social stigma that keeps us in our disease. So having Denise just be one of the characters on Big Sky, to be sober, it's not like really talked about. So for me and her having that similarity, we just kind of joined together in harmony. She's a smart ass like me. So that's super fun. There are differences though. I don't think Denise is like divorced 3 times. I don't never been to Montana. I'm sure she probably carries a Glock. I have a Rottweiler. Um, but so I always find the similarities and you just go with it. And then there's the differences. And sometimes I find out a lot through my characters. So Denise has been really fun to play, especially because they change it like last minute sometimes. I'm like, oh, I, I didn't know Denise carries a Glock. Okay, let's go with it.
Yeah, and I think when you have that, I guess that dialogue with all the team, the directors, the writers, the actors, that ensemble cast, and
Yeah.
now that the show's been on a little while and it's got its roots, I think that's where the magic and the fun happens. When you're able to then say, "Could we try?" or "Perhaps could we do it this way?" And then the director's like, it seems like it's very agreeable. I seem like that's the best when a show hits that stride, when that show hits that magic sweet spot of like, you know what? We all are professional. We know what we're doing. What if we did this? That's got to be so much fun for you.
That's like the creative process, which is so much fun. Now, remember, in network TV, you got a lot of big boys that are above all of us, called the network, and then you have the studio, and then you have the producers who are also, the writers, and then the director and the actors. A lot of people who have to okay everything before it hits the camera and in the editing room and then actually airs. So you do try your best to go and say, "Can we try this?" Usually they're really gracious with that. At the end of the day, though, we give all the actors going, "Can we try this?" And they're like, "Yeah." And now the show's 15 minutes long. So now they're going to have to go back in and cut it back. So sometimes that stuff doesn't land in the show, but you know that they got it and they allowed you that moment, especially with Denise, because I love improv. And Jensen is on the show this year. He is so cute. And we worked together before. Oh, dude, we had a lot of eye candy this year. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Work is really fun this year. So we've been on Supernatural together and Sybil. And then this is our third time working together. So the minute we hit the screen, we just started bantering back and forth like we've known each other forever. We kind of have. And when I throw something at him in the scene, he just throws it right back. And all of a sudden, we're bantering, and Catherine and Cassie are like, "Hello, we're over here in the scene." We're like, "Oh yeah, hi." So we're having a good time just doing what Denise does. And Jensen is his character. Jensen's character Bo is a lot like Denise, so we're just like frickin' frack. So it's really fun.
Well, speaking of frickin' frack, you do come from a very like Hollywood centric, entertainment, fun, creative, zesty family. I'm just wondering, like, what like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and the holidays are going to be like. Like, do you guys ever like play charades or something like that? Because I can only imagine with a family full of actors how much fun that must be too.
Okay, that is a great question because we are the weirdest family. The Pfeiffer family, we don't talk shop. We will talk hair color. We will talk. Oh my God, there's like the best friend into wrinkle cream, and we talk pets and kids a lot. Don't talk about politics too much, or none of us are religious, but we just kind of keep it really family like. Like, did you hear what Rick said to Laura the other day? I know. I was like, she's gonna not be talking to him for a month, which is real good family stuff. The biz, we don't talk about it. Although that's what was so crazy when David uh, texted me 3+ years ago saying, "Hey, Deedee." First, I'm like, "Why did David text me? I didn't even know he had my number." Hey, I got this role named Denise. Hi, are you still acting? And I was interning with the Department of Mental Health, finishing my master's social work. And of course, my answer was yes. So I called Sal, my sister Shell, and I was like, David just offered me a role. She goes, I know, I can't believe it's so exciting. But they were also watching me get sober for an entire year, every day being loyal to my sobriety and others in need, and talk about the universe coming back and just giving me a big hug. So that was kind of like the first big dose of like biz talk that we ever had was David doing that. And I was like, dude, you had my number. And he's like, I had your number. But boy, did you ever have
Well,
my number.
Con
Charades, yes.
continued
Yeah. We're
success to you, and, I just always love when we're able to spend this quality time together. Have fun. I will speak to you probably again. I would love to have you back on after the holidays, and then we'll compare notes about, like, what you guys had for dinner, what I had for dinner. I think we're gonna play miniature golf in my backyard. I have a mini golf course in my backyard, but, thank you very much, Deedee. It's great to see you.
Nice to see you too, sweetie. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.